Hi, friends, and welcome. As you can probably tell by my breath, it's pretty cold here on our bend in the river. The snow is starting to pile up. The lakes are freezing over. It's downright brisk. But today's program is going to start out at least a whole lot warmer. You see, this adventure, it's all about the girls. And we're going to start by going back to September and heading to the field for the youth deer season in the state of Michigan with Lauren Gale. Now, if you don't know, Lauren is the granddaughter of our good friend Aubrey Gale. And along with Lauren's dad, John, they're headed out to try and get Lauren her first ever buck. Now, after that, we're going to be joined by my daughter, Erin. She and I used to fish together all the time. But since she got married, her husband, Chris, and her are in the Air Force. And I got to tell you, we don't get much of a chance to go out anymore, and I really do miss it. So when we got a hold of my good friend, Mr. Bob Ison, and he said, sure, I'll take you out to do some steelhead fishing on the Big Manistee River, we jumped at the chance. But first, like I said, we're going to head out. It's September, the Michigan youth deer season, and Lauren Gale is looking for a deer. Friends, I'm your host, Kyle Randall. This is my Wilderness Journal, and we're going out with the girls right now. Opening morning of Michigan's youth deer season found Lauren trying to occupy herself best she could. It was rainy, dreary, and the only thing she'd seen in the first couple hours was one flock of geese coming over the stand. That is, until just as they passed, her dad, John, leaned forward and whispered, "Deer."
Yeah. Get on him. He's right there. He's standing right there.
Just as Lauren was getting ready to shoot, somebody on the neighboring property shot. Can you imagine?
Can I shoot him? Yeah.
Girl power.
Yeah. You got him. Look good. Look good.
Lauren had indeed made a good shot, but the hunt wasn't quite over yet. Now she had to go find her deer. It's what I call the hunt after the hunt, and it can be a little traumatic, especially for a first-timer. You're never really too comfortable until you can actually put your hands on your critter. In this case, it was obvious Lauren had indeed made a good shot, but Grandpa and Dad were wisely using the opportunity to do just a little more teaching, to impart a little more deer hunting knowledge on this trip.
Right over there. Lauren doesn't know it yet. We'll let her find it.
Dad, I knew you guys did that. Because, like I said, I found some that you guys are so bad actors.
Dad did a lot. You shot an 8-pointer.
I did?
Come on, get over here.
Cool. He's meaty. We have to get beef jerky for summer once.
4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. It's pretty close to an 8-pointer to me.
No, I'm not high-fiving you.
Good shot. That was a hard shot. It's a nice deer, too.
Uh-huh.
Good
Oh,
deal.
you smell bad. Just...
It's a deer, not me. Man, oh man, I didn't shoot an 8-point for 12 years. Cool.
Wait, no. I had Papa touch it.
I just grabbed the horn, dude. I ain't doing that now.
It's me.
What do you want me to do? Take a picture. Look at this. I've never shot a deer like that. That's pretty cool. Nice. So what were you thinking when all them deer were running around?
Congratulations, Lauren. You made a good shot on a dandy buck. You definitely made yourself, your dad, and your grandpa Aubrey proud. I should tell you, though, friends, for the record, Lauren's deer was actually a 9-point, at least by my way of counting. And it's such a pleasure to see a young person out there laughing and having fun. You know, this is supposed to be a good time, deer hunting. We're supposed to enjoy that. And it was really nice to see a whole family doing just that. Lauren, you are indeed the girl. Now, as promised, let's shift gears a little bit. We're going to flip the calendar ahead a few months to mid-December. And our youngest daughter, Erin Peterman, is coming home for the holidays. You see, Erin lives with her husband, Chris, down in South Carolina, but Chris is currently deployed to the Middle East, so Erin took the opportunity to come home and spend a few days, enjoy the holidays with the family, as it were, and those days gave me the opportunity to set up a fishing trip that was long overdue. When Erin was young, a teenager, she was one of my best fishing buddies, and we went out salmon fishing primarily on the Sunrise side of the state of Michigan over in Lake Huron all the time. She was so into it, in fact, at 17, she actually had her own salmon tournament fishing team. She was the captain, and she did really well. So this girl truly loves to fish. But it's been a long time since we've got the chance to just go out, the two of us, and do it again. I didn't think we could get out after salmon in December, but when my buddy Bob Eisen from Another Limit Guide Service called me up and said, hey, you want to go catch some steelhead? They're hitting in the Big Manistee River. I jumped at the chance to take Erin out and relive some of those old memories. Friends, if you get a chance and you miss it, a chance like this, well, trust me, it's something you never get back. As Bob eased us out into the river and then throttled it up to make the run to the first hole, I couldn't help but remember all of the great times Erin and I had shared fishing for salmon and steelhead and smallmouth, for whatever was biting. Truth was, though, it wasn't the fish or even the fishing. It was the time that we had shared that I was missing. For me, at least, this trip would be a real treat.
What, are you going to rob a bank?
Bob expertly slid up alongside the first hole, dropped the chain anchor, and then waited for the back of the boat to swing around into position.
Just a little.
Yeah, my face.
It's very cold.
Yeah. I like my winters, though.
It is very pretty.
But it's cold.
It's very cold.
It was definitely brisk, but I figured the best way to warm Erin up was, get to fishing.
Those are them little maxi jigs I was telling you about. Pretty stout little jig. They got a great hook on them, and I tell you what, when the water starts getting cold, these little things seem to be the ticket.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We're going to find out.
I usually dig for walleye.
Erin didn't seem to have much faith in the idea of jig fishing for steelhead, but wisely, she was willing to give it a try.
Cast really easy at that float line. Flip the bail over. And what you want to do, you want that line straight with your bobber or just upstream of it. That's keeping your bobber running smooth with the current like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it starts to hoop down below it, it'll speed up your bobber. And pick your bait off the ground, and there's a fish. There you go.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Perhaps.
Well, that took a while.
Sometimes it works like that.
What do you got, girl? You believe that's a fish?
Fish. A Loch Ness Monster, one or the other.
Now you know why you go fishing with Bob Eisen.
Apparently.
No fooling around. Keep the rod tip out away from the boat so he doesn't get under. Out that way. Point it like that. Don't pull too hard. That's a really nice fish.
Good.
Up,
Pick him up.
up,
Towards the
up.
net.
No, yeah, he's got another idea. I know.
Close.
Bob
close.
is trying to knock him off
I'm
back
trying.
here because, quite frankly, it should never be that easy.
Next time he rolls to the surface like that,
Lift
just
him
keep
up,
coming
lift him
with
up, lift him up. Now let him back. Could have a fish in the net.
You got a fish in the net.
Nice. Whoa. Sweet girlfriend.
That's a dandy.
You don't got those in South Carolina, do you?
No.
Your first ever steelhead? No, not really. You caught a bunch when you were a kid, but your first river fish.
Yes.
How's that Captain Bob now? He's looking pretty smart, isn't he?
Yeah, man. First cast, that makes it fun.
What do you think? We've been at it 15 seconds?
If that.
Well, you want to put that pole down? You can hold your fish. We'll take your picture.
Get it right up underneath the, put one hand on the tail.
There. What do you got to say about that?
It's wonderful.
All right, you ready to let that go?
Yes.
You're gonna say we'll wait to get a different, bigger one to take home for the cue.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Lots of fun.
Worth getting out of bed now?
Definitely.
What do you? That Bob, he's okay, isn't he?
He's all right.
Yeah, Bob is all right. But now it was time for Erin to solo, to do it on her own. And I guess there's some things you truly never do forget.
Want to keep the pole pointed at the bobber?
Up, kind of up in the air a little bit. Open up your bail. You need this hand to kind of control that line on there. You know that little line? You're getting close to a snag right
There's a fish on there.
You got him. 2 for 2 and 2 casts? Are you kidding me? And you got that one yourself.
Yeah, I want you to keep your rod down a little bit, but back. Yep, just like that.
Okay.
This is crazy. I never seen steelhead fishing like this. I've been doing it my whole life.
Reel down just a little bit.
Where's he going? This is a big old good one, too. Don't lose him. Oh, goodness. No pressure, though. Call the Coast Guard. Where's the Air Force when you need them? Oh, my goodness. Don't drop your rod like that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's when he's able to gain line on you.
Okay.
Just like that. Now reel. Pull about it. Good. Good one.
These don't just roll over and play dead, do they?
No.
This is fishes. That's what I meant about river fishing. When you lay that rod down, reel as you go down. Reel. See that? Okay, stop. You're at the bobber. Okay, we're gonna swing him in here if he'll play nice.
Pull about it. Good. Good one. Double striper.
That is a beautiful big old male right there. That's as good as they get. Head up. There, he got a hold of him. Another one. 2 fish and 2 casts. What is the deal here, Mr. Ison?
They're biting.
Let's look at that. That is a big old male fish right there.
He's beautiful.
Yep.
Put your hand underneath his tail and lift him up. Look at that. Monster steelhead. 2 fish and 2 casts?
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal? Huh? You know how long I've been steelhead fishing with Bob?
No.
Long time.
Long
You know how many
time.
times? You know how many times we caught 2 fish and 2 casts?
Never?
Never. That.
It's the weather.
Well, I appreciate it. Trust me, this is better than it usually is. That is a monster fish, girl. Beautiful, big old male, double striper. That's what you come to the Manistee River for.
He's absolutely beautiful.
You ready to put him back?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Let's go ahead and put it back.
There he goes.
Well, all right. Are your hands cold yet?
Yes.
The rest of you is pretty warm, though, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Do you mind if somebody else catches a fish now?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay.
You got anything to say?
Thank you.
No problem.
Wonderful time.
Now Bob is going to try to get himself a fish. I don't know. Erin may have already worn out this hole. 2 fish and 2 casts.
2 steelhead in the first 2 casts, fishing in the river in the winter? Are you kidding me? It's never that good, never that easy when I go. I tell you, the Lord was definitely looking out for us that day. Not only had we boated 2 great fish in the first 20 minutes of the trip, Erin had got to do at least one of them on her own. And believe me, when you've been away from something for a while, there's a little nervousness, a little gnawing in the pit of your stomach that wants to know, can I still do this? So for her to catch a big old steely all on her own like that was truly a blessing. And then on top of that, while Erin was warming her hands,
Got him.
No, he come off.
What? What?
I don't know. You gotta check that hook.
What happened there?
It looks fine. I guess human error on that one, best I can say.
Well, there's this girl over here. She can do that.
I have to get some lessons.
Yes.
Wow.
3 fish out of the first hole, though, man.
That's off to a
pretty
good
sweet.
start. Yep, no doubt about it.
All right, well, rig it up. We'll look at it
All
again.
right, I'll get some more worms. I think I missed him this time.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that one will bite again. I think his lip's a little sore.
Uh-huh.
We tried, but for whatever reason, Bob couldn't turn that fish again. So he did the next best thing. He turned the key on the boat and moved us to a different hole. And not long after getting set up and starting to drift through that one,
What happened there?
Don't know. Went down, so I jerked. Ain't taking no chances again. I don't know if I jerked or he stripped me, but I'm going to put another one down there and we're going to find out.
the fish were obviously still biting. But Bob was having some trouble keeping them hooked up. Still, there's no quit in our outfit, and that includes Mr. Bob Ison. So we got back to it, and while we were waiting for another hit, we got to talking as fishermen and women are wanting to do. And if you're in our boat, well, you know, sooner or later it's going to get around to teasing, especially if you're having a hard time or real good luck.
The fact that it isn't snowing sideways in 9 degrees is a pleasure,
That's true.
I appreciate that very much.
says the South Carolina girl.
Exactly.
Home for the holidays. Now, where's your husband?
He is in the desert, deployed with the Air Force.
Uh-huh. He doesn't like fishing anyway, does he?
Oh, no, not at all.
I didn't think
No.
Well, I'm sure he won't mind, you know, you sneaking out with the old guy and trying to just get a little supper.
I don't think he'll mind. He may be a tad jealous.
Yeah. I'm absolutely sure he'd want you to go out and have fun.
So am I. I'm just absolutely sure he'd want to be here, too.
Well, the boat will only hold so many people.
Oh, okay.
And he is in the Air Force.
Yes.
It's not like he joined the Army.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Now, before all you Air Force vets and families start sending in the hate mail, I'm just kidding. We're a family of service members ourselves. We truly appreciate every sacrifice and effort you make on our behalf. And not only am I a veteran of the Army, but Miss T's family is full of folks that served in the Marine Corps and the Navy. Aaron and Chris are obviously in the Air Force. So is our good friend Aubrey Gale. He's an Air Force vet, the fella from the beginning of this show. We know what it is to sacrifice and serve this country, so we truly appreciate the freedom that it provides. I understand the reason I can pick up a firearm or a fishing pole and head to the field when I want to is because of the effort and the sacrifice and the work that you do, and we truly do appreciate it. It's just that as an inter-service family, you know, we have all the different branches represented. We tend to get to teasing, and hey, it's not my fault that not everybody can hack it in the Army. Now stop. After fishing that hole, Bob decided it was time to move to another. The sun was coming up. It was turning into a gorgeous morning. But as the sun got higher and higher on the water, it appeared the fish just shut off. For whatever reason, the bite just stopped.
What? Where's the magic?
I know.
Probably letting your dad hold that contaminated it out.
It's contaminated.
May have to disinfect.
We even tried a little backdrop fishing with some plugs, but in the end it was obvious. It was time to go to breakfast. Well, Mr. Bob, I think it's about time to go. As much as I hate to say that, but believe it or not, I still have Christmas shopping to do. It's hard to believe, right? But you know what? I really do want to thank you again for taking Aaron and I out. We haven't fished together, and, well, I don't know. It's been too long. What a day. Bob did a good job of putting us on them, and Aaron obviously did a great job of getting them caught. I guess it was a good idea to bring along the Air Force after all. We enjoyed that so much. I know I did. It's one of those things, friends, when you can reach into your past and relive a happy moment and share it with a family member. It doesn't matter whether it's deer hunting or fishing. Those are absolutely the best memories you'll ever make.
pick your bait off the ground, and there's a fish. There you go.
Chris, I'm sorry you can't be here. I hope you're having fun over in Qatar.
Yeah, we'll send this to him, and then I'm sure. Gorgeous.
Those are truly some cherished memories. Hey, congratulations again, young Lauren Gale. You did a super job, and I truly want to thank you and your dad and Grandpa Aubrey for letting us go along and sharing the fun. And while I'm handing out congratulations and thanks, I certainly want to thank my daughter, Erin, for coming home, spending a few precious days, and getting back in the boat with me one more time. Hey, while I'm handing out those thanks, too, I need to thank Mr. Bob Eisen from Another Limit Guide Service for making that whole day possible, for doing such a great job of getting us on the fish, and for sharing in the fun. Friends, last but not least, I want to thank each and every service member, whether you're a vet or an active duty service member, and their families. Only those who have served and those who have waited for them can know what it truly means to sacrifice for the betterment of others. This is what being in the service, this is what being a vet is all about. And if you're one, I truly appreciate it, as does everyone here in the Wilderness Journal family. These are not simple times, nor are these simple things to do. When you volunteer to be in harm's way to protect others, including your family and friends, well, that makes you pretty special in our book, and we do want to thank you again. Hey, if you get the chance, come on home on leave, get out and do some fishing. If you like that steelhead thing, give Mr. Bob Eisen from Another Limit Guide Service a call, and he'll take you out and show you the same great effort he showed us. And who knows, you might even see us out there. And if you do, well, you know we're going to stop, share a shore lunch and a cup. And if I don't see you out there, friends, well, then I'll wait for you right back here, when we'll share another adventure from my Wilderness Journal. Congratulations again, Lauren Gale and Aaron Peterman. Thanks again, Mr. Bob Eisen. And a special thanks to all those who have served this country. We are indeed in your debt.